Welcome to all of you. I really I appreciate you giving us this. We're doing good. It's 12:12 and we were hard in at 12. So I think we did really well. You know, I love this. We were chatting in between with the assistant, how it's great because we're not this is all just kind of happening. And we live in Hollywood where everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens and that camera doesn't go on until we are ready to go. But here we are doing it on the fly. So we're going to do a 5-minute face. Thank you for everybody that has returned, everyone that's come back from the previous 6 that we've done. This is our Hollywood Squares roundtable. And Sandy, thank you for joining us.
Great fun, because you're my buddies.
Yes, so it's wonderful having you. So we're going to do the 5-minute eye.
We're not doing a 5-minute eye. We're doing a 5-minute face.
Face, sorry, yes. I have a 5-minute eye
keep us honest.
See? We're going to do a 5-minute face. Anybody that has questions, feel free to put them down in the chat. We'll probably go till 1, but probably we'll be able to wrap. We'll probably have some Q&A. I'm going to kind of break down some things after each of the 5-minute faces. We'll see what we can do in 5 minutes. We're going to put a stopwatch on. And so at 5 minutes, I'm going to get a 5-minute and we'll jot down where you are at 5 minutes, but you just continue. I'm not going to let you know that 5 minutes has happened. You're just going to do what you think you can do in 5. You're going to do it. We've kind of, yes, that's how it's going to go. So,
well, let me get prepared then.
Yeah, so get everything. Well, you know, so I think as you prepare, ladies, I'm going to have a little chat. You know, how do you do your face in 5 minutes? Well, one of the things to do your face in 5 minutes is to have everything ready to go on a daily basis. So if you're going somewhere and you wear the same thing usually over and over and over, you're going to have the same thing there over and over and over. Now, if you like to change it up and if you have a lot of time, that's fine. So some of us don't care about a 5-minute eye and some of us do. So that being said, Susan, are you ready to go?
I'm going to give it a shot.
Sandy, you're on.
No.
Susan, sorry.
Okay.
This is what happens.
All right. So, first thing I'm going to do is the Tinted Primer. As I hold it up for both. And this is light. Am I on? Is the clock running?
Clock is going.
Okay. I've got it a little bit on my hand. Let me grab my mirror. And cue the William Tell overture. So using a foundation brush, I won't insert too much, but you could use your hands if you wanted, but yeah.
She's using a foundation brush, tinted primer. What's nice about the tinted primer is it's sheer. It has SPF 20 in it. She prepped her skin, and there is a video on Instagram about what she used to prep her skin. We went live about 20 minutes ago with a little pre-warm up to this. So tinted primer.
Next is brows, because I
Next
never
thing, she's moving on to brows.
leave the house without the brows.
And the color?
The longest time.
Can see this because I've got everything kind of placed, but
I'm thrilled that Susan's going ahead of me, because then I can now see what the mistakes you make.
ha. That's me, always the guinea pig. Okay.
So using
I don't know
pencil.
if I'm probably blocked on the Instagram one because
Susan, the light is so pretty on you.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really radiating.
So I'm doing
You're using
the stuff,
black mascara, Max Defining.
Yes, the Max Defining Mascara, and this is the one you gave me in black. And I'm doing this because I'm on the clock. I'm doing the stuff, the steps that for me are the most crucial first, and then if I have time, I'm going to go back and fill in. It's kind of like those baking shows, you know, where they're trying to decorate their cakes. So. And then I have the Duo Blush. I have your new one that has the Dahlia and the blooming.
I'm
So
so
I'm
impressed you know all the names.
That's
I know.
brand new, everybody. So I have a Dahlia, a peach and a, did you use one of them or both of them?
I put the Dahlia, I'm putting the Dahlia up here on my cheeks,
Where are we at on time?
towards the top of my cheekbone. How much time do I have?
We're at 3:46.
Ooh,
Okay,
you're doing great.
and then I'm gonna put a little bit of just a little bit of the blooming underneath to give it a little bit of a,
The
I
pink.
don't know. Yeah. I'm already
That's
very
right, 'cause
pink
peach
on the
is your
Zoom,
color.
so. And then I would finish up with, this is the Maya Ono lipstick.
Yes, love it. Brand new.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty color. Okay, and that would be my absolute bottom line 5-minute face. And then because
We're
we
at
still,
4 minutes and 30 seconds.
okay, we still have a little time, so I'm going to take a little of the Firefall and put it up here
On the eyeshadow.
on the eye, just
Firefall.
on the lid, because it just brightens everything up a little bit.
I'm looking at names of things. Look wonderful, Sue.
Thank
So
you.
let's do a little recap, Susan.
Okay, so I used the tinted primer, just kind of all over, and I start in the center of my face and work out. I used the indelible brow in natural taupe, the mascara in black, and then the blush duo, a little bit of the Dahlia on the top, and then a little bit of the
Blooming.
blooming underneath. And then because I did the Maya Ono, the lipstick, which is such a pretty color.
That is a pretty color.
Then because I had a little time, I put a little of this Firefall shadow just right on my lids. And that was it. This would be what I would do for every day.
Perfect.
I'm good.
You didn't do eyeliner.
No, but I normally wouldn't for if I was just doing a 5-minute.
Right. Perfect. All right. I love
Yes.
it. It looks great.
Thank you.
The brows are what makes it.
That's why the one thing, if I do nothing else, I always curl my lashes and put on the brows. That's the one thing that just makes such a huge difference.
All right, Sandy, you're on.
Okay, wait, when's the timer going to start?
We'll let you tell us when you want us to start.
Okay, now, so I don't know the names of anything. So I'm taking a little of this one.
Tinted primer in light, the same
Okay,
color. There's
and
4 of those colors, everybody.
And a little of this, and I'm mushing it all over. Okay.
So you're using your hands, so perfect.
You know, I'm doing it because I know I have to be fast.
So you do usually use a
using
brush?
But I'm using my hands because I can just, and I'm going to put it on my eyes too. Because I've got, Sue is young and beautiful and doesn't have lines or anything, so she can get away with a lot. But I've got these deep crevices and I've got dark here. Oh, but wait, I can do something later on. I forgot. Okay, there, face. Okay, this is a, brush. And this is well, wait a second. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And of course I can't see a thing. Wait a second.
We'll give you a little bit of, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows.
So what are you doing with your brows? What are you using for your brows?
This.
Eyeshadow in Smooth Operator. So everybody, we're gonna give her a little time, extra time here. I'm gonna talk to you guys. So I went to Sandy's house a few days ago and we talked color. We've met before and we've done this before, but 2 of the brow pencils that we used on her, natural taupe went a little reddish and Blondie went too yellow on her. So there I was wondering what to do. Lo and behold, I had Smooth Operator eyeshadow with me, which we were going to use. And I said, let's use Smooth Operator eyeshadow. I grabbed my foundation duo brush because I didn't even have an angle brush with me, and I just dabbed it in here, and it was a perfect color for her brow. So you can use eyeshadow on your brow, and Smooth Operator is a great color. Now she's putting Smooth Operator in her crease. Same color. I'll let you take it away from there, Sandy.
Okay, so the reason, so if I've discovered that using a shadow in my crease really emphasizes my eyes. And somehow this color works in both places. But I also have to smooth it out because I have to blend it, pardon me. So the big deal, everybody, is blending. And that means mushing around with a brush. And if you mush it around enough, it looks like it's a natural shadow and not something you put in. Then, wait a second. This, I don't know the name of it, but I love it. It's a, oh my God, there. I love this. I love having light on my
Cream on the top.
because
It's called, the name is Cream on the Top, the eyeshadow.
it's called what?
Cream on the top.
And look,
Show them the eyeshadow in the pot. Show them this, go like this. Yes. So it's called Cream on the Top. It's one of my silky smooth shadows.
I love it because it just brightens up my eye. So, and it's very thin. I mean thin. Is that the right word?
Like a veil.
What?
Like a veil. I like to say like a veil.
Yeah, there. That's much better. And I'm going to put eyeliner on. I need it. Wait, I didn't put blush on. I'm going to put blush on. What I like doing is mushing both of them. So I take a little of the peach and a little of the pink.
Show everybody the blush.
It's
And
already
there's two colors there.
okay. Now, remember, I don't smile because I've got so many lines. If I smile, you're going to see pleats. So I'm going to be serious. Did I put too much on?
No.
No? Wait. Oh, I've got another mirror over here. Okay.
I'm no longer on Instagram Live, which is kind of good because it got rid of the feedback.
Is that where it was coming from?
Yeah, so now it's you two on Instagram Live, which is fine.
Okay, now how did I put this on?
Which one?
My eyeliner.
Work from the outside in with your liner. We're at 5 minutes. You're looking great.
No.
No, it's okay.
No.
It's okay.
No, look, whoa. Mascara.
Black, is it black mascara?
Yeah.
Black, Max Defining Lash Mascara.
Okay, black. Black. Oh, so if you guys want to hear, it's black Max
Defining
Lash Mascara. Oh, wait, lipstick. Okay.
So you're going to use the pinker one first?
I'm just using the pink.
Yes, it's called Starring.
Wait, I've got stuff on my lips, so I have to take that off.
Okay.
Now I've got makeup on my fingers. See why I can't do it in Hyannis? Let's call it Hyannis.
Oh, it looks so pretty with your blouse.
Okay.
I love it.
Done.
It looks
Done.
great.
Where are we at? 6 minutes and 15 seconds, and we did a lot of talking. We talked a lot. That was great.
Well, it's 6 minutes. It's not that bad.
I love it. So let's do a little bit. This is great.
So Brian, if I had a little more time, you know what I would also do?
Yeah.
I would go in and with the primer, you know how Sandy talked about her going on the eyes? I would just pull this up a little bit like you showed me under the eye, just right in here.
And Sandy, you can use that other color. Yes. Perfect, Susan. So that'll brighten it.
Yeah, just to add a little brightness under the eyes. And then I'd also go over my little spot here the little more, just to kind of conceal it a little bit.
Great.
So
And
can I use this stuff under my eye?
So was that the, you can use the liquid mineral tint, which is kind of like, no, the other one, the one that we decided, it's kind of like Toucheclette. Yes. And you know why that color is good, Sandy? So Susan, you've just used the tinted primer. Everybody, this is a great way to do this. You don't have to get complicated and have if you wanted to be fast, you can use a tinted primer or your foundation as a highlighter under the eye. Now, I gave Sandy 2 items. I gave her tinted primer light, and I also gave her liquid mineral tint in 12 Spring Glow. I think it's Spring Glow. Yeah, Spring Glow. And what I like about this is it kind of feels like Toucheclette, and the color is slightly peachier than light tinted primer. And because that peachiness will help with the dark circle, it'll brighten more with the dark circle.
yeah.
What dark circle?
For those of us who are watching on Instagram, there's a third person in this conversation who's not on the Instagram. So,
Yeah, so
but we're having a good time anyway.
it's Brian. You can give him my Instagram. It's Brian and MW.
Yeah, it's Brian and MW on Instagram, and you should definitely follow him because he's a great teacher.
I forgot. I'm so busy talking to Brian here. We're talking to Brian over there on Zoom, and we're having a really good time. I'm sorry you're not. We're talking about, dark circles under eyes, and I said, who's got dark circles? Nobody.
Sandy, that mirror you got is just the bomb.
It's the bomb.
The Miss Piggy. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I saw somebody using this mirror online, and I had to have it. And I think they were having a sale. I got one of the last ones. It's by Silky. And I mean, isn't that perfect?
It's so great. It's so great.
So Sandy,
Brian, okay,
everybody, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit. Go ahead, Sandy.
Brian, what am I using that's looking so good?
What is it that yes, that's liquid mineral tint
Okay, so I'm using liquid mineral tint
in
12
Spring Glow. 12
Spring Glow. Who
Yes.
knew that? And it really works well as a cover your dark circles look.
Tell them the brand. It's a liquid mineral tint. Tell them the name of the brand, because
it's a liquid mineral tint, and wait a second, liquid mineral tint by Brian plus MW.
And the website, tell them the website
and
is
the
slightly.
website, you can buy this. Do we sound a little bit like the Home Shopping Network?
No, don't do it. I'm just wanting you to tell them, because there's a lot of little moving parts with that. Because they'll have a hard time finding it. It's brianandmw.com.
So it's Brian at MW, just Brian at.
And the
MW.
word and.
And brianandmw.com.
Brian at.
Yeah, brianandmw.com. Because
it's Brian and.
Yeah, because you can't put the plus sign in a URL online. You have to write the word and.
You couldn't have found an easier name?
I could just call it Brian.
No kidding. Brian's Makeup?
Well, my makeover workshop, the reason why we use the word makeover workshop is 12 years ago, I created this concept called Makeover Workshop, and I wanted to teach you how to do your own makeup. And the whole concept came out of me taking the brush and putting it in your hand, and me stepping back from doing your makeup, because you don't learn if I do your makeup.
So what Brian just said is that the reason that it's called Makeover Workshop is that, and I was there years ago, and he made me over.
You did a video, Sandy, remember?
Right. That was, I think, my first video. And I just had a cancer surgery on my neck. So there I am. We're trying to do something beautiful, and you can see all these stitches and scabs and all of this stuff on my neck. But anyway, so he's always had this makeover workshop, and he teaches you how to make yourself over. But he teaches you how to do it as opposed to him doing it on you. So it's Brian and MW.
.com.
.com.
There. Nothing to it.
So
Sandy, you're a pro. You're a pro.
everybody, just so you all know, I will have a recording of this event and it will be available on the Brian plus MW YouTube channel, and it comes available Monday morning. I always offer a kit, a set that you guys can purchase, and I always offer a special, I offer also a special discount. The discount code, I'm going to write the discount code in right now in the chat so you guys all have it, but I will also send it out by way of an email, and the email will come out a little later today with what is included in the set, because the set is a little different from Susan to Sandy, and I'll give you guys an option to choose Sandy's lipstick or Susan's lipstick. Sandy's lipstick is starring. Susan's lipstick is Maya Ono, and Susan's lipstick is almost very similar, but it's more sheer. So yes, Susan's lipstick is a sheer. Sandy's is a luxury cream matte. So the code is 5 Minute Face.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
We just got a question on Instagram. The lipsticks are gluten-free, right?
Everything's gluten-free on the lips.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, nobody's
Paraben-free, cruelty-free, all of that, right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yes.
For those of you on Instagram who are asking, yes, gluten-free.
Yes, Brian is very informative. I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's
Brian
what I
knows
do
his stuff.
best. That is what I'm all about, is teaching you. I'm a technical person. I'm a makeup artist. I do celebrities, but what I love is teaching everyday women how to do their own makeup. That's what I do. I love that. So,
I'm just refining, guys.
perfect. So individually, items will be available, and then also the set. And the sets that I create, I usually lower the price a little bit. So if you buy a set that's combined, it will get an additional 15% off. So that the code's worth 15%. So that's that. I want to move away from that, and I want to get to answering some questions. So Sandy or Susan, talk just a really brief. What is Touchclette?
Well, it's a highlighter, but it's also, and you put it on like where you have wrinkles, and you put it on, and it was created by Terry de Gunsberg, who
Right.
now has the line by Terry.
By
And
Terry.
it was revolutionary in that it was in a brush, and you could brush it on, and you know, I would put it on lines, and it would just kind of brighten up your face. And
Yeah.
after she designed it,
It's
everybody
like this.
copied it.
It's like this. So hers is gold, but this is one that I've sampled, and you roll up and the product kind of comes out here, and then you can use it as a highlighter. So that's what it's. Touchclette is essentially a sheer concealer.
Somebody was asking Brian about the coverage on the tinted primer. And to me, this has as much coverage as a light foundation. It's not going to be like it's not super heavy pigmented, but there is some pigment in it, and you can build it. So if you need a lot of coverage, you can put a little more on those areas where you need coverage. But I find if I use this, I don't need a foundation on top of it.
Oh, no.
The brand of everything, everybody, if you're Jan Whitshirt is asking who makes it. The brand is my brand. So I'm the rep, but I'm also the creator, the director, videographer, sound guy. But I've created the line, which is when I created a makeover workshop, I wanted to teach you how to do your own makeup. And I was like, so okay, should I create a line to go with it, or should I have everybody bring their own makeup? And I realized I would create a line, because then if I was doing a group of women, we would all be on the same page with the same product. And I wouldn't say, oh, grab out this color. So I just created a line, and here we are. And I've changed the name, and it's now Brian plus MW. So let me see. Yeah, go ahead, Sandy.
So you know how because this is light coverage and I have stuff on my face, and like I have a scar up here. I just take a tiny bit of this and I put it where, I don't know where I put it, but anyway, I just put a tiny bit on my face, and on, if there are little things that you don't want to show. I mean, who has time for it? And I'm only doing it because I'm on air. If this were a regular day, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, and so yesterday when you and I did a little quick video chat.
Is that what you used?
Yeah, well, you used the liquid mineral tint as a little bit of touch up. So your face had the tinted primer, and then what you did is you did a little dab of that, and you're like, oh, Brian, remember you said yesterday, you said, oh, I have a pimple coming on. So you like there, and then you're like, oh, I
biopsy over here.
And one of the things I suggest everybody is, instead, when you do your under eye, you can drop a little bit in there and there, and then I kind of clean my finger up, and I use the edge of my finger, because the edge of my finger goes in a little easier, and I just kind of tap it in, and I just put it right there, and just to highlight a little bit. And this color 12 Spring Glow is nice because it has a little peachy. It's not just a light yellow, it's actually peachy. And that'll cut down on any of that dark circle. And it'll also help with, say you have a little blemish. It'll be great for a blemish, just to dot it. And you can dot it right over your tinted primer. You can also use it as a full face foundation. It's also it's a foundation. It's actually a sheer moisturizer.
I've got a question. So I saw somebody putting on, they wanted to hide these lines. So instead of going down, they went horizontal. What do you say? Or can you just not even hide them, and maybe that's just life?
I'll show you what I do if I'm on camera and I have to work with someone that we really, and if someone, and I'll say this, if someone is super concerned about those, I take the product and I take a very, very, very fine brush. Either this is my cream liner brush, or I take a angle brush, which is tight. And all I do is I put it a little bit on the tip of the brush, and I only go down right through the line. So you don't, because that's a valley. And the valley needs to be brightened. And if I brighten outside the valley where the hill is, now I'm brightening the hill again. So you just need to have a very, very, very fine amount. So I'm not going to do it there, but an area where you can do it is you can do it right around your nose, because this is an area that we like to brighten up.
Down in the
I'm
going to grab my mirror so I can kind of see.
Okay, now I've got to try it too. Because I mentioned on one of my videos that I'm always, this time of year, I'm always like sneezy because of everything in bloom. And so it makes my nose red. So I'm always, a little self-conscious about the little redness right here. So
yeah.
Let me see what I can do with this.
You may want a tighter brush, but that's what you have.
Yeah, this is the brush I have handy at the moment.
Perfect. Yeah, this cream liner brush is really, as you can see, everybody, the brush that I used is very tight, and it has this little tip on it. And I love this brush because it's tight and close, and it's easy to get into little areas. How does that work, Susan?
It's good. It's good. It takes that redness down.
And I like, one of the areas that I hate on my face, because we all have it, but but you know, is this little area right here that I get, you know, we have these 11s, those don't bother me, but
Yeah.
this little area bothers me.
Yeah, I've got
the
that
first
too
time
from
I've
my
ever seen-
glasses.
So if I put a little bit of lightness there, it'll make it camouflage it because it goes away.
So guys, we're talking about camouflaging stuff that needs to be camouflaged. And
Deep
using a light-
valleys, deep valleys.
Yeah, so we're using a light color in the valleys, see right here, with a very tight brush, but we're not emphasizing the hills because no, we're trying to make the shadows, that's it. We're trying to make the shadows go away.
That's right. So we're
Right in the valleys.
like, yeah, it's a hill and a valley, and we want the valley to come up to the hill. And if you
Right.
put lightness into the valley, it'll come up.
Right, so we're putting lightness into the valley.
Yep.
For the people who are asking why you're hearing a third voice, we're on a Zoom too.
Right.
And with Brian and MW. And what happened was there was some feedback. So he had to jump off the Instagram. So that's what's going on. That's why this is a little weird.
Well, we've got technical issues and we're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
We hope you're having fun, even though you can't hear us, but at least you can see us.
Houston, we have a problem.
Through a couple of, what about one hooded eye? Well, one hooded eye, Margie, I would suggest having a one-on-one with me. Margie, I've suggested we do a one-on-one. Susan and Sandy, what's it like to work with me on video when we do work on video? Talk about it.
Oh, it's great.
It's great.
Yeah, just I mean, I'm going to be, I have to organize some stuff. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be working with my organizer, this friend of mine, and we're going to do FaceTime, and I'll just show her around. I mean, yes, definitely work online.
Yeah, and I've done it too, and it's important to get where you have good light, but the camera will pick up what's going on. I mean, you guys can see, like when we put on lips or when we put on the brows and stuff, you can see it, and it's the same as when we're going one-on-one with Brian.
I'm going to take us off of Spotlight, and I'm going to bring everybody up.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring up the gallery. Hold on here. Okay. All right. Heidi and Joan. Hi, Linda. I see Linda right there. Heidi and Joan, unmute yourself if you'd like and share a little bit about your one-on-one, because I want everybody, and Gabriella, you've also had a one-on-one with me. Feel free to share about your one-on-one experience with me, and so everyone can get a flavor of what it's like.
Okay, I'll go first. I thought it was great. In fact, it's just as good as being in person, because I mean, first of all, the tips that Brian gives are worth every minute of it. And I just got a tray and put all the products on it. And then I picked one up and he literally walked me through minute by minute, step by step, how to use it. And I could see the difference immediately. And if it was wrong, he would correct, do it this way, not that way. So I actually was more comfortable in my own house on Zoom than if I had gone somewhere to somebody else's, like a department store or a salon or something, and not felt as comfortable. So I totally recommend it.
We had a great time.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was awesome.
Heidi.
And the thing is, I really remember everything too. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, but
Maybe you're smart.
I've gone to a department store and had it done, and I get home and I can't remember a thing. And this time, because I was in my own house right there, my own mirror, I remembered everything. It's really a good thing to do via Zoom. Really works well.
Gabriella, would you like to share about your experience?
Yes, sure. I can recommend it also. It was so great. I learned a lot, and I'm from Germany, and I learned to use the eyeliner in a way that I can really use it, and that my eyes are really nice and brighten the eyes. And so I can recommend it. Use that, and it's great.
Great. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoy, obviously you guys can tell I enjoy what I do. um, uh, Heidi, are you available to share? I know you're not, oh, here we go.
Hi, I am. I had some nasal surgery on Wednesday,
Okay.
so that's why I'm not on video.
Okay.
It's a great experience with Brian. Very thorough, helpful, patient, and really worked to get the right shades. And it worked. It really, and I agree with, I can't remember who just said it, that being at home and doing it was really more comfortable than at the makeup counter. So
Yeah.
wonderful.
Great. I'm going to read some questions and see if there's anything else. I am doing in person. I haven't done it in person yet. Does anyone want to raise their hand and ask a question? Go ahead, Jan.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Jan.
What do you do about a hypo pigmented spot? I had Mohs surgery right between my eyebrows, and so I have a spot that's very white. So the opposite of the valleys.
Yeah, so you would want to use a color that would, so what happens when you put foundation on it?
Well, because I use very sheer foundation, nothing.
Doesn't
So I
cover.
usually put a little concealer on it, but it's very hard to find, the right color match. I've been using an Eileen Rothschild. I've tried that. I've tried NARS, a couple of them.
Yeah, this is a really good question in reference to have puffiness under the eye. You notice how some women or men have a puffiness, and then below the puffiness is the line. Well, if we just take your regular color or a lighter color in concealer or foundation and put it on the puffy, it's just going to make the puffy be puffy. But if you take a darker color and put it on the hill, it'll recede. Now, it's not as easy said than done, right? Because we're working in a very small area. So, Jan, it would be somewhat similar in that we would probably have to, I would dab a bit of color. I would take and I test out some colors and I would dab it on. And then what you have to do is you have to kind of blend it out a little bit so that it's not just there, but kind of feathered out.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome, Jan.
So, Jan, this is Sandy speaking. And is your scar white or dark?
White, yeah.
Is it smooth?
Yep.
Okay, it's really hard for stuff to stay on it because I've got one, I was just putting some of your tint up here, but
Yeah.
it's very hard for things to stay on those flat scars. Just to let you know, Jan, I've had about 35 Mohs surgeries. I know that this isn't your brand, but I'm wondering, Laura Mercier has concealer and it's kind of dry. And I'm wondering, and you can mix the colors. And I'm wondering if Laura Mercier's concealer, if you mix the colors and pressed it on, if that would work.
Yeah, I have a concealer that I don't have online. It's very dry. It's drier.
Yeah.
And it does help. You're getting the artist in Sandy, which is great because as artists, we know to blend sometimes. One color isn't always the solution. Sometimes you need more than one. And Bobbi Brown, she was really big on saying you really need 3 foundations because your color changes over the year from seasons. Well, you need to take it as seasons change, but also sometimes your coloring just isn't standing right there at that one shade. I have a stick foundation, which is much more coverage. And
Maybe that's it.
and it's a cream. So I use this a lot when I'm doing a highlight. I'll use a highlight in the middle of the face. I'll use a really dark color for the contour, and then I'll use the regular medium color for the rest of the face. And when I go to blend it, I start to blend in, I'll do the light first in the middle, and then I'll kind of blend in the other color, and then I blend in the contour. Well, after all that happens, a lot of the colors start to blend together in certain areas. One of the things I do is, because shade is sometimes difficult to land, and that's one of the nice things of going to a makeup counter. You can actually test colors. But what I have been doing is I've been sending out samples of colors so that you can sample it before I send out your final product. So say you decide to purchase the tinted primer, I'll send you the 4 colors, you can test it, and then you say which one you want. Similar to the liquid mineral tint. The liquid mineral tint has 8 colors. Similar to the Skin Stick foundation, there's about 12 colors. So I can send you samples, you try it out, you decide which color works best for you.
Great idea.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
I understand it's difficult. Joan is mentioning my concealer is dry. Yes.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say too that what Brian just said, I have here like 6, 7, 8 different little pots of samples. And then I'm just gonna do like a quick 5-minute Zoom and he can help me pick which one. So
Yeah.
it's a great way to do it.
Okay, everybody, we're at 1 o'clock. I think we've kind of come to the end. Thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you it's great. I'm gonna probably create a set which includes what we used before we got here. We did a live Instagram and we showed what we put on our skin before the event. We didn't include that in the 5-minute face. And then I'll probably create a set that's actually the 5-minute face. And I'll give you options to choose what lipstick you'd like to have and what color brow. You can brow that Sandy used, which was the actual eyeshadow, or the brow that Susan used, which was the actual natural taupe brow pencil. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
With you both. It was
Thank
really
you.
fun.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy. It was a pleasure.
It was
Thank
great,
you.
Sue.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye,
bye-bye.
Susan.